NASA has detected an intruder in its airspace, and it's been documented on camera. This intruder just so happens to be a UFO. And this UFO, at one point before it leaves, it swoops down from its position. It's literally right here. You see where my finger's pointed? That is the UFO. Before it leaves the airspace, it swoops down from this position, comes in front of the camera. I'm going to show you how it comes in front of the camera. It swoops down, comes in front of the camera, and then goes off up here, out of view. That's what the UFO does. It's posturing. It has somewhat of an intimidating posturing in the sky. That's what I'm feeling. It follows the movement of this camera that is watching this whole entire area. When I first came to the webcam, I thought, is there something on the camera? And then I thought, well, no, it doesn't look like there's something on the camera. But it does appear to have all the characteristics of the ships, certain types of UFO ships that are cloaked in the clouds. They're in our skies, but this right here, it matched the move of the camera as it went back and forth very slowly. I've inverted the UFO. You cannot see clear, definitive edges. Only at certain times when it's doing its shape shifting on the inside. It's in constant state of movement on the inside. And there's like smaller vessels or something that is coming out of this UFO that matching the speed of the camera. Every movement of the camera, it's keeping pace with it. It's an uncanny posturing. I don't know what the intent of the UFO is in this airspace right here, but it's definitely there. I only recorded like 20 minutes of it. It was occurring 20 minutes more than what I documented, but I am going to show it. If you would, you do want to watch it. You do. Right in the airspace. It's like getting in front of the camera and say, look at me. What are you going to do? It's more or less, because it literally did. It flopped right down in front of it. Let me come over here. This is not an easy video for me to do, you all. It's not. A little shaky on the inside. I'm just going to tell you right now, a tad bit shaky because of the posturing of this UFO. Can you hear me, you all? I tell you what I was going to say the title of this video was. I'm going to show you what I was going to say. I was going to say this. A serious escalation has occurred. And I really do mean that too. A serious escalation has occurred in the airspace. The posturing of it, just swooping down in front of the camera and then going straight off in the sky. Yeah, let me put this back to me. Okay. Let me show you this right here. Oh, they're both moving at the same time. Let me get myself out of the way. I don't know how long they've been moving. Okay, they both just started moving in the sky, and you can see it. Let me put myself on here. I'm going to shrink myself down a little bit. You can see it right up here. That's where it's located. And it looks like, oh, well, that's nothing right up there, Gina. No. It's something. It's being picked up in the inverted mode right down here. I'm gonna show you the very moment as it swoops down. You just let's stay right here for 1 second. I'm going to keep this video rolling. I do have the very moment that it swooped down on the video. You can see it. It's like, let me get to it. You all got to get to it. I'm going to show you what it did. I'm taking you over to this screen. I'm going to be down here at the bottom. I have inverted the very moment that it swooped down in front of the camera. Okay, see, it's setting up in the sky just like this. You can see it setting the whole time. It goes behind the palm branch. Okay, that's what it does. It followed the exact movement of the camera. Whatever that camera did, it did, and it kept its position. Okay, we're going to go back to the exact moment that it swoops down, you all. Once it gets over this spot, it is a UFO, and it is cloaked. It goes behind the palm tree. I'm going to show you what it does. Watch it. Okay, let me do this, you all. I just want to clear out of your mind any doubt that this is a UFO. Get the thought out of your mind that this is on the camera. It is not, no blotch on the camera, no nothing. This is a UFO that is in the airspace. Okay, watch what it does. This is so, it's so wild. Watch it movement. Okay, let me do it kind of like this so I can make it move a little bit faster. Watch it. You're gonna get it. You see what it did right now? It went from its position like this, swooped up, and went up in the sky. This is what it did. And it went just about that fast right there. It went from its position, tilted itself. It's like a flying, it's like a disc is what it's like. It came over to here. It came down. It swooped down right in front of the camera. Can you see it? Went right here, went straight up, and away it went. Now we're going to look at it from the other view, the normal view right here. I'm going to bring it back down over here. So it's in the sky, it's setting there, it's all nice and happy. It's going behind the palm is what it's doing. Okay, it's coming out from the palm tree, palm branches. I hope you can see it. Okay, it's already getting ready to shift. You see what it did? It shifted, it tilted, it moved, it came down, it swooped down, it got in the sky, and then it took off. Just like that. It was a posturing move, you all. Now, I just wanted to clear anything out of your mind that you think, oh, it's a bug on the thing, or no, or it's just a spot. No, it's really there. We can go to the live webcam and we can watch the movement on the live webcam for the 40 minutes that it follows the camera, if that's what you want, or we can watch it for 20 minutes. But this is real. I've only documented 20 minutes on the recording. It's not an orb. It's a UFO, is what it is. It's massive. It's so massive that it goes behind the ship. Yeah. No, it didn't go in the water at all. It went above the water, swooped down, and that's what it did. Did that. Let me do this. Let me just move the inverted mode, just so you've seen it in the inverted mode. We can speed this up so you can see it. It won't go to whatever. Just look at this, you all. It's following the movement of the camera. This shouldn't take too long to show it, you all, but you can see it in the sky. It actually showed up at 1523 is what it did. And let me put myself on here. Right above my head is a UFO that was in the airspace of NASA's area, all this whole entire area. It's matching the movement of the camera is what it is. And this camera was going really slow as it was doing. I'm going to show you how slow this camera was going. Let me do this. The actual speed of the camera itself, if I can. This thing doesn't want me to. Gina, I got my own thing on here, you all. Let me see this. The actual movement of the camera is, to me, it's not a nice posturing that it's doing. This is the normal speed right here, and it's right above my head the whole time. And this camera on this end, it is studying that. That's why it's going extremely, extremely slow, because it detects it in the air. It's in the air. It knows it's in the air. It's massive. It's so massive, it goes behind the crane. It goes behind the big cruise ship that comes in front of it. It's up in the sky, and it's not the only one up there, but it's the only one that's matching the camera's movement as it goes across the sky. This is the normal mode, and I've only filmed this right here for like 20 minutes, and it was a total of around 40 minutes that it did this in the sky. And then the posturing at the end, it's like flies right in front of it. It's like saying, you know what, I see you and I know you see me, and it flies right in front of it, you all, is what's going on. Yeah. So this is that movement. Let me do this, you all. Let me speed it up. Speed it up. You're going to speed it up, you all. We're going to see it going. And you can find it over there at Lab Padre, Port Canaveral, Florida, from Gators Dock side, as it was moving across the sky. We'll watch it like this, and I can just do that. I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm gonna keep my hands off of it. I'm gonna not touch it. Yeah. I'm not going to touch it. Going through the sky like that. It's so, see how it's perfectly masked and cloaked in the sky. If you were standing on the ground and you didn't know what to look for, you would see that as an ordinary cloud, because it looks like all the other clouds up there in the sky. But it's not. It's a ship that is matching the speed of the camera. It's staying its course is what it's doing. And I've sped this up, you all. I have. It might look like a dark cloud, but inside that dark cloud is a ship, and it had smaller ships. Well, they're not like this, but there was smaller ships that were coming out. You could see it in the inverted mode. They like black ships, but when they're in the inverted mode, they're little white ships coming out of it and going back into it. And they're so tiny is what it is. Well, you can call it any name you want. It still does not change the fact that it's a UFO cloaked up there in the clouds. And perhaps you're not one who likes to, entertain the idea that there are UFOs in the sky. You probably think that's the most preposterous thing you've ever heard. Well, sorry, it's the truth. There's UFOs up in the sky. There are other life forms up in the sky. And they don't need your approval to be in the sky. They don't. They don't need your approval to even exist, or for other people to see them. Whether someone believes in UFOs or whether someone does not, doesn't matter. It does not matter. It doesn't change the fact of their existence. It doesn't. And there are some who like to say, oh, well, they're demons, or they're fallen angels, they're evil, or they're the galactics, they're good. There's many theories about their origin, but one thing is true: they're in the sky. And I've been documenting these for around 4 years now. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I do. I put a lot of work in what I do, and I put my whole heart into it to raise awareness to anyone who will listen, who have eyes to see and ears to hear. And yeah, got a lot of trolls in the go-get to try to stop me, but it didn't work. It didn't. I'm on a mission. On a mission, and it was a 4-year mission, and I'm in my 4th year. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't have the exact time stamp when my 4 years will be, but I can tell you I'm in my 4th year since the beginning of my journey. So yeah, it's wonderful. It really is. That's right. I love it. But there is an intruder in the airspace at NASA. Right over here. In the inverted mode, right above my head, this white ship, you can see it quite clearly. You can see the defined edges as a black ship is what it looks like. Let me see. I got it over here. I got it over here, you all. It's, there it is down here. We got it. Oh, yes, you all. Look at this big cruise ship that's coming by. Let me get myself out of the way. We're going to look at this cruise ship that's coming by right here. Watch this one up here as it goes in front of it, you all. It's right there. That ship is going to cover it completely up. Boom! It's way behind that ship. See if I can get this one down here caught up with the ship. Okay, I can kind of get this caught up. But this one isn't going as fast, but I can make it go as fast. Boom, I sure will. I can make that one go as fast as that one. If I can get that cruise ship on here, I can't find it. Oh, shoot. That's about right, you all. It is about right. I don't got that big cruise ship on here. Bummer. Oh, there it is. I think I got it now. I think I got it, you all. There's a lot of multitasking, but I think I got it. You can see it up here in the sky. It's still matching the speed in the inverted mode and in the normal mode. And its posturing is quite, yeah. The total time that it, from the moment that it appeared into the sky, it appeared in the sky around, I can't remember the exact time stamp, but there's 20 minutes that I did not document beforehand. It came from the top of it jumped right in front of the camera, is what it did. Plopped itself right down and did its stance like this as it was going across the sky. Yeah. You saw one with no clouds and mother in front of her yard. Wow. Yeah. There's a lot going on. Also, at this very site, when the sky, when it got dark, there are UFOs, right? See this building right here? Like right there? And or right down here? Right beside of it, there are 2 UFOs, white UFOs, that are kind of cloaked at nighttime in that area. Are we about at the point where this UFO is going to do its where it's going to move? I don't know how far this video is into it, but it's going. They're so perfectly cloaked, so perfectly. And that's why people don't notice them, and they're not looking up, and let's face it, lots of people don't want to sit there and stare at the sky and think about UFOs when they're trying to live their life. And no, I don't live my life here on the computer looking for things to share. I only share when I got time to share. Have a life outside of YouTube. I do. And I don't go hunting for things to share either. When it's time for me to share something, I will come up to the computer and I'll be led to a certain webcam and to a certain timestamp, and that's how I find 99% of the things that I share, just like that. I'm led straight to it, and so I share it. For those who think she must spend a lot of time, no, I really don't. If I've got to spend a lot of time to share something and wear myself out, it's not worth it, because then I'm no longer enjoying what I'm doing. So we're watching this, you all. Ian, honey, no, it's not a projection. You must not believe in UFOs or the supernatural or the spiritual, but maybe you do. Got to learn to think outside the box. Really, you do. Because you can't always dismiss something like this as a projection or Project Bluebeam or something like that. But I guess you can if you want to. A lot of people don't dismiss it because they know, and they have been visited by other beings, and they've seen the UFOs personally, in person. Yeah, so we're watching this. I want to get to the point to where they are. Oh, we're getting ready, you all. It's going to go to the trees, and then it's going to do its little. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. It's going to swoop down. So I am going to move this out because it's getting ready to swoop down. Right after it gets out from in front of these trees, you're going to see it do its little swooping down. I got to get myself out of the way because that's what it's getting ready to do, you all. That's right. Holly, honey, you so very welcome. That's right, you all. Let's watch it do its swooping because it's getting ready to do it. It's posturing right in front of that camera. Boom. And they do move fast like that, you all. They move really, really fast. That's what they do. So if you missed it, you all, let's come over here. This is what it did. This is the inverted mode of it. It positioned itself in the sky the whole time with the camera. And then it went like this, went up, came down, went up, and out of sight. Just like that. That's in that one. And then the same thing with this one. It did the same thing. So let's see if we can do it. Did I get way over here? Oh yeah, I did. I thought I wasn't. Yeah, it's okay. This shape right here that it has, I've got this UFO, this very shape right here. I've got it somewhere else. Where did we see this at, you all? On the side up here, but that's what it does. It swoops down like this, comes down, goes up, and away it went. It totally went away. Let me put this back to me and move these two out of the way, you all. We can move them out of the way. We did. We moved them right out of the way. We can go over to the NASA webcam is what we can do. The Kennedy Space Center live webcam, you all. Yes, we can do it. Well, we're not on that one right there, but we're on a different one. We are on, this was the one we were at right here. Let's go look at it, you all. Right here. This was the one we were looking at. No, this wasn't it. It was, let me pause. It was this one right here. Port Canaveral. Right here, you all. Okay, yeah, this is what I want to show you. That over here beside the building, and I will show you. But this is, so you can even see the ships in the sky. You can see the edges of the ships in the sky, you all. Let me show you this. You can see the tips of them. They're so clear as day. They're right here and right here, cloaked in those clouds. This is the edges of the ships. They're really big time in that area, and I would expect them to be in that area. I really would. Let's come back to this. So let's see, what's the timestamp on here? I can't really see it. 12. We got to go to, oh, I can find it. I really will. This is the camera if you all wanted to come over here, and you can go to the webcam taxi because it has it all right there. I'm trying to see at the moment in time when that comes out. Oh, okay, I see it. It's already right here, you all. So at this point, it's like 1540 something, but it does come down around at that time, around the 1520 something is when it first makes its appearance. It comes down, it drops right down out of the sky like that. But that's not really what I want to look at right now. I want to look over here because there are ships. Was this the one? Right here there are ships at this webcam. Which one was it that we were looking at? Was it this one? Right here? It is this one. Let me push the button. I can't see it yet. I hope they didn't change the cameras on me because I just saw it. I think it was this one. No, it wasn't this one. What did they do with those cameras, you all? I don't really like this. I think they've played a joke on us. Arg! That's all right. No, it's this building. Okay, let's look at it, you all. It's this building right here. As they come over to the side, let me see if we can get this moving. I want it to pan back to the area of the building. If I can like hold this still. I'm going to look at this at night. Let's come over here. So we just got to wait for it to pan. Look at all those cranes and those lights. There's a lot of them. Kind of like a crane, but not really a crane. Looks like there's a lot of interdimensional stuff on these boats. If you're all just tuning in. Okay, here we go. We got the building coming up. I want to look at this building that's right above my head. Because to the side of that building are ships. I see them. Shrink it down. We got to shrink it down, you all. There's two ships right here. I don't know if you can see them. They're not completely clear right now, but there's two ships right here stacked on one another, and there's not anything in that area. There's no other building or anything right there. Let's see if we can get it to light up a little bit more. Can't really see it that good right now, but there's two ships layered on top of each other as this thing is moving. I can try to take a screenshot. And see, I gotta wait for it to come up. I get myself sidetracked is what I do. You can barely see the one, which is like in this area right here. I know it's not the best graphics, but there's a ship right there. There's actually two of them, but that's not really good. And I really wouldn't use that to show something like that. I wouldn't at all. But if you go study these cameras, you'll see the stuff yourself. I just got a high pitch frequency in my ear. What was... Oh, okay, that's just the crane, you all. I was getting excited. I really was getting excited. Let me put this back to me. So if you're just tuning in. So we got this intruder that showed up. It's an intruder. It's like a UFO. This right up here in the corner where this bird is, right above the bird's head. It's a UFO that kept the pace of the camera as it went into the sky. And it's making a posturing right now. It's posturing itself right now. You can see it. I want to get that shape because we've seen this shape before, you all. But this is what it does. It goes like that. It comes down. It was cloaked in a cloud and it then went right back up. It's like a canister-like shape is what it is. And you can see it also here in the inverted mode. It's going to do it again. It's going to go up. It goes up like that, comes down, goes right there, and it's massive. It's already behind these light poles over there, and then it goes back up and disappears is what it did. So there's a lot of UFOs in our skies. There are a ton of them. You can, let's see this right here, you all. This UFO, you can see the outline of it. Probably not as well as we'd like to see it, but this is its outline, kind of like right there, and it's hard to get a good view of it because the clouds are, the sky is so white. But this is its image right there. Kind of reminds me, if it was black, it would look like the one in front of the observatories, is what it would look like. So, yeah. So we have something that has, NASA has an intruder. It's this right here. It plopped down right in front of the camera, and it matched the camera's speed for around 40 minutes today. And then it did some type of posturing before it left. It literally swooped down in front of the camera and took off. Just like that. I think things have escalated. I really do. And there's so much more going on, and there's a lot of distraction that is taking place right in front of our eyes, so we can't see what truly is happening behind the scenes. So I am going to go, and you can go over there and you can check it out yourself. You can watch it. And with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, you all. Thank you.